think of a pink elephant. Okay, now think about anything in the world that you want to think about, but whatever you do, don't think about a pink elephant. That's the meditation. Just try that. Your mind always goes to the pink elephant.
Why?
Arms down, relax, pull back, keep holding the breath in. Meditation is a method of becoming peaceful, calm, still, and blissful. This is your natural state deep within, but it's gotten covered up by the challenges of life. Naturally, this happens to all of us. I got into meditation college, Indiana University, where I was studying music as a music major, as a therapy in a sense. I didn't know it as such at the time, but I was seeking for something to resolve a mood disorder. A lot of people like me that were at first seeking some kind of medication for meditation, then also some people that have been meditating for a long time and they were looking for a deeper experience. And then a lot of people that were dealing with addiction problems. Important part of the preparation for meditation, because the body and mind are hooked at the hip. One's like brother and sister, they're like Siamese twins. You can't, if you relax the body, you relax the mind. If you relax the mind, you relax the body. So Hatha Yoga, working with the body when your mind is out of control, is a simpler process.
Well, that's first in.
And your body will be stiff, unbelievably stiff if your mind is rigid. And so if you sit down or lie down and do some postures to stretch, isometric, aerobic, stretching those three in combination for 15 minutes, tremendous effect on the mind. You deal with the issue by pulling it up in front of you and you're facing it. The last thing you want to do is face it. But the last thing you should do is suppress it into repression. And just trying to do that requires a very fluid, open mind. Okay, we had a girl come in, like 17 years old. She comes every week, almost a year now. She was experiencing cyberbullying and made it the point of all the preparation for meditation as well as the meditation at the end. So when we came to the affirmation part of the preparation, I said, you create your own affirmation. It was so good. I've been using it ever since. It applies to us all. She came up with this affirmation. It was really super. I am better than no one, and no one's better than me. I am better than no one, and no one's better than me. So the subconscious mind is pliable. It can only do three things. It records, assimilates, and feeds back. Whatever you put in there, it says, okay, that's it. If you feed in negative impressions, it's going to feed those back. But it doesn't think on its own. It doesn't pass judgment. Contrary to the conscious mind, it does make judgments. And according to those judgments, takes action in certain ways. And through those actions, create impressions in the subconscious mind, negative or positive, which get fed back into life and create the person that we become as life goes on. Journaling, oh, that's tremendous. I mean, there's nothing more clarifying than to write something on paper. Pulling on your own inspiration. You said, I have learned this and this and this. This is what I think about that. This is what I think about that. I finally come to a conclusion about this. This kind of meditative journal wants to be completely positive. It's all about you pulling on your intuitive inner self, getting your own inner inspiration from inside yourself, and learning through your own experience, through the clarity of writing on paper, that indeed you are perfect and nobody can take that away from you. You're proving it to yourself by pulling on yourself from the inside and learning from yourself. You're your own best inner teacher, and you're proving it by writing down what you're teaching yourself. You've got a paper trail. The second it goes negative, go on to a separate paper. They let it rip, get it all out, and they burn it. And then get back in. So
it's crucial to burn it, though. You don't need to hold on to that piece of paper.
That's right. So the difference between concentration and meditation is concentration's work and meditation's not. The whole idea is sustaining the state that you're in. So the longer you can sustain a state of concentration where you're focused on a point of focus that you've chosen, the longer you can hold that, the more likely you are to breaking over into meditation. When your thoughts become intuitive flashes, you bridge the gap from concentration into meditation. And there's a feeling base to that. You know you're there by the feeling of and there's a kind of a feeling base of peace, calm, stillness, and bliss. Really begin to, just without any kind of special effort, you just intuitively start to modify your life so that you become a better person.